Hello, beautiful, and welcome back to day 5, the final day of the quarantine wellness challenge. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're seeing results of taking small steps of action and keeping yourself accountable to make it happen, because that's what it's all about when it comes to your health. Just little tiny changes in your day-to-day can make the world of a difference when you keep it up and keep on putting one foot in front of the other. So today's challenge is all around sugar, which I know for a lot of us is like, ooh, we think of sugar, we think of sweets, we think of chocolate, we think of like all the junk that we could be eating, and maybe we are or maybe we're not. I mean, this quarantine is certainly having dramatic effects on every single person's eating preferences and eating habits. I know for me, I've personally been eating a lot more chocolate than normal. It is my vice, and I've definitely felt the repercussions of it. Sugar is related to so many health issues in our bodies that I don't even think many of us realize it. It can be the precursor of some of your hormonal issues, PMS, cramps. It can initiate digestive trouble when we consume a lot of it over time. It can even lead to inflammation and depression. And for some people, it can be the precursor of a lot of disease when we overconsume it. And when you think about it, really, sugar in its truest form, in its natural form, comes with fruits or natural sugars such as honey or maple, and these actually have nutrients bound to them, so they digest in your bloodstream a little bit slower. And what happens when we eat a lot of the refined sugar is that there's no nutrition bound to it, there's no fiber bound to it, there's no micronutrients, so it digests in your bloodstream much faster, and you get that natural reaction, that high, that boost of energy, and then all of a sudden you crash soon after and you're craving more sugar, because it creates this cycle of addiction in your brain. And truly, it's been shown to be more addictive than cocaine, which is crazy. The thing is too, we tend to overconsume sugar as Americans. It hides everywhere. It's truly not our fault. It's not that we're being ignorant. Unfortunately, the FDA regulations around sugar make it very easy to disguise it in your ingredient label. So if you take a look at your ingredient labels, anything you're eating that may be packaged or processed, anything ending in "-ose" or "-ace" is a form of simple sugar. So you want to be mindful of that. So your challenge today is to be mindful of your sugar and reduce the refined sugar you're including in your diet as much as possible. If you're up for it, aim to eat all the wholesome foods and get your sugar from a source of something like fruit or honey, or just eliminate it altogether for one day and see how you feel. If you're the type of person that includes sugar in your coffee, you can always sub it out for something like stevia. Again, I understand we're in the queue right now, so you may not have access to it. Try to just go for it black and see what happens, see how you feel. If you eat a lot of bars or flavored yogurts or flavored things, always read your ingredient label. 4 grams of sugar is the equivalent of 1 teaspoon, and the average person should be getting no more than 24 grams of added sugar in their day-to-day routine in order to feel our best. Unfortunately, as Americans, we're over-consuming sugar like crazy. The average American eats over 190 pounds of sugar a year. That equates to about a little less than 1 cup of sugar per day. It's crazy, people, and I promise when you get a grip on your sugar habits and you reduce the amount of sugar you're intaking and change that over time, you're going to feel dramatically better. Your natural energy will boost. You may notice some changes in your digestion. Again, like I said, with the blood sugar imbalances and things going on around your menstrual cycle, you may actually feel like you're less symptomatic. It's so important. So be mindful of your sugar today. Aim to only eat whole foods if you can. If you are going to eat, some form of sweetness, try to allow it to be a piece of fruit or something that has nutrients bound to it. And if that's not your jam and you're like, maybe that's a lot for me right now, pay attention to how much added sugar you're consuming in your day and aim for it to be no more than 24 grams in total. All right? You got this, babe. Congratulations on day 5. I may or may not be back with another one more freebie for you tomorrow. Stay tuned.